Hello everyone, Fotis here. So we are at Little Tusk Mountain. We are at the northern part of the map. This is a continuation from the temple here where we last visited this. It's all part of the main quest. So there we found out that we have to come here to Little Tusk Mountain. We were ambushed. I was ambushed by a group of crazy adventurers as I left the temple. They seem to have been following me for some time. That was weird. No conversation, they just attacked me there. Wanted to take my stuff. I don't know if they were bandits or something else. Also, we fought an ancient guardian inside the temple. It was all part of the main quest, as I previously said. The Pact prophecy foretells a horrible event, darker even than the pact formed between Hrothgor and Zornilside. Also, these are two gods. It also tells of a god of greed and a devil god. It also tells of a certain pendulum seizing its swing over Yerengal, and that its resting point should be somewhere in the mountain ranges of the northern realm. That is where I should be headed, and here is where I am right now, this mountain pass here. So we need to find the pendulum. It's a spirit of some sort that will give us some answers about what is going on with...
I'm listening. As you say.
With the prophecy. These two gods want to create absolute chaos in the world, but there is a prophecy that tells that saying that something will disrupt the gods, the two, let's say, evil gods that want to bring chaos into this world. But the prophecy tells that something will disrupt them, and that will be an even worse fate than what these two gods were aiming for. So this is an interesting twist. I like where this is going. The main quest was pretty weak at first, but now there is some kind of mystery. I can't imagine where all this will lead and what part I will play in all that, which is a nice thing.
You're in charge.
It keeps me interested. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was easy. I thought this would be a big map or whatever. Let's talk to the pendulum. Let's see what it has to say.
Yes.
Hello. I came a long way to see you.
It is coming.
Alright, what is coming?
The dark moon.
What is the Dark Moon? The Dark Moon is an event which will spell the doom of Yerengal. And now nothing may be done to stop it. What are you looking? What the fuck is this dialogue? I'm looking at the horizon. When that final line is crossed, chaos will reign. I know why you have come. Ask your questions and I will answer as best as I can. I've heard about the Pact prophecy. What I need to know is how to stop what is foretold. I will tell you how to break the pact between the evil gods, though I must also tell you the consequences of your actions. Okay. What is the disaster that is prophesied to occur when the pact is broken? There are darker things in this world than greed or pride or bloodlust. Madness strives for nothing. Its only principle is to undo. Its only purpose to alter everything to fit its own warped perceptions. The pact must be broken, but to break it is to sever the pillars of Yerengal. then the world will slide into that same madness and be consumed. And you will be responsible. Me? How will I be responsible? I will be responsible because I will disrupt the gods, I suspect.
You are the catalyst which calls down the dark. Your decisions have shaped this world around you, and will continue to do so. But some things cannot change. Yours are the lilting notes before the crescendo. And the crescendo will come.
Dude, stop talking in riddles, bro. Just speak plain English. What exactly is the pact? Long ago, as the races of Yerengal were being formed, their selfish animal instincts subsided. Some of the gods were full of joy as their creations flourished. Others were disinterested. Still others reacted with alarm. Zornilsa, goddess of greed, and Hrothgor, the devil god, watched as greed and chaos gave way to charity and order. Without influence in mortal affairs, these entities grew weak. Thus they formed an alliance to fight back the slowly encroaching morality. They formed a pact. Through the influence of Hrothgor's minions, issuing forth from a rift in Isometric known as the Black Geyser, Zornilsa would spread her foul desires throughout the land. Hrothgor would receive his own, due as the resulting disorder and violence were visited upon the world. What must I do? You must break the pact. There is a castle east of Isilbright, the ancient monument of a forgotten warlord. Within its walls the Black Geyser flows. What is the Black Geyser, though? They formed a pact, issuing forth. They formed a pact through the influence of Hrothgor's minions, issuing forth from a rift in it's a rift. It's a rift. Okay. Hrothgor's minions from a rift. There is within its walls a Black Geyser, so the rift is inside this fortress. A castle. You must close the rift from which it issues and staunch its evil forever. That sounds simple. Only gods may undo the works of other gods. True. You will not be able to disrupt the Black Geyser on your own. You will require divine assistance. It is the only way. How do I find divine assistance? It is not as simple as prayer, unfortunately. You will have to discover the answer to this question for yourself. Assuming I locate the Black Geyser, what happens then? You yourself must enter the geyser.
How curious. It seems that a new experience awaits me after all.
So, we are going to hell. I hope we don't have to go through the front door at least. These snarky bullshit comments, like teenager comments. And why would these people follow me into hell or another plane of existence or whatever? I mean, the undead hag, I get it. She's undead, she's bored, or interested or whatever. She's a druid, I get it. Why a thief would follow me? Literally, from what I understand, we are going in the abyss or hell or whatever. And here he is with snarky, idiotic comments. Enter it, you said the geyser was a rift between Yerengal and the realm of Hrothgor, the devil god. That is where he holds dominion. The rift may only be sealed from whence it was opened. But if it is sealed from whence it was opened, I will be trapped inside it.
If this is truly the only way, then so be it.
Another dude that has absolutely no reason to come with me on this dreadful, very life-threatening situation. Like, he has absolutely no reason. Like, being a mercenary is one thing. Like, going to hell or a demonic realm or whatever. What the fuck? And this dude has a... This dude, okay, yeah, he's fine. This dude, okay, he has reasons because his story arc is that he's cursed, he's immortal, he can't die, and he's searching for ways to die. He wants to die. Okay, he has a death wish. It makes sense. He wants to come with me. I get it. But the thief and the Darth should be... See ya. Why is this so hard? Really, I can't be the only one thinking about this. Like, whoever has played this game, there must be people that think similar to my way of thinking. Like, I can't be alone in this. Certain death. I hope we will find this geyser soon. There you go. This is sensical. What happens once the rift is closed? I'm ready. I will break the pact and close the geyser black rift. And my character. Why is my character so willing to do any of this? I suppose it's up to me since no one else can do it. Why is everyone of the world's damned problems perched on my shoulders? Is there a stamp on my face that says Duel? Also, this idiotic comment. Because, okay, this is the only option you have to be like, why me? Why should I save the world? But, of course, my character can't be serious about it. He has to be like, what's the word? I don't know if snark is the right word. With, sarcasm and, I don't know, like we're talking about something trivial, you know? Something that, God damn it, man. What happens once the rift is closed? That is beyond my ken. Let's go with this idiotic comment because finish what you must do in this world before you venture into the other. There will be but one chance, and even should you succeed, I do not know if you will return. So we must wrap up our other obligations in this world. Is this game... are we closing the end? Because I remember from older games when the game warns you that this is the point of no return. You are in the final chapter or something. Mortals often take comfort in luck, therefore I wish you good fortune.
Go now. Do what must be done. We will not speak again.
I met the pendulum. He told me it was my destiny to break the pact made between Hrothgar and Jornilsa by entering what is called the Black Geyser and closing it. I should return to Isla to discuss the news. Also, this Isla chick, like, she's not a ruler, she's not a king, she's like, I don't know what she really is because she hasn't revealed much. I don't know if she's a god or something. Maybe she's a god. But, I don't know. Maybe it's the female version of Elminister. But, like, there is a king in this country, or whatever you wanna call it. And the king, we haven't informed him. Actually, now that I think about it, I will go visit the king and see if I can talk to him. And like, since his assassination, we haven't talked. And these are events that might destroy the whole world here. That might happen. The king knows nothing about it. Like, there are so many holes in the plot. So many things that make no sense. And where is that castle? Did he say to the east? There is a castle here. And what about the rest of the map? There are stuff here.
My go.
Where is that castle?
It is coming.
He told me it was my destiny. He told me it was my destiny. So the pendulum gives you reason that it is my destiny. It's foretold. It's foreseen. That it is me that I have, that it has to be who gets things done. So, okay. I suppose this could be reason enough. It was my destiny to break the pact made between Rothgon and Zornlisa by entering what is called the Black Geyser and closing it. I should return to Isla to discuss the news. Okay, we'll do that, but first I'm gonna cut here and go visit the king. If something, actually, fuck it, I won't cut. Let's do it live. Let's go to the palace. Surely the ruler of these lands has to know, right? Has something to say about all this. Also, if we are closing the end of the game, if we are close to the end, really I have to put some thought about what to play next.
I go.
I'm thinking Fallout 2. I'm thinking I haven't really decided, but as I've said before, I was between two routes. Either Baldur's Gate Saga, not Baldur's Gate 3, I don't like that shit. But you know, Baldur's Gate 1, the Enhanced Edition, then Siege of Dragonspear, what was it called, the expansion, I haven't played that. Baldur's Gate 2, Throne of Baal, and then continue with either Neverwinter Nights or going to something more modern like Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and stay in the, you know, D&D like system for a while, or go back to Fallout 2, play some standalone stories for Fallout 2. There are some standalone games with the engine of Fallout 2, very nice. I haven't played them. And then play Atom and Wasteland 3. It has to be one way or the other way. I can't do both. I want to stay in one universe for a while and then move to, like, it will be either post-apocalyptic for a while, for some months, to play all these games, and then go back to fantasy. Maybe I will do that, because I haven't played the post-apocalyptic for a while now, for years. The last game I played in post-apocalyptic setting was Soccer Gamma.
As you say.
and a bit of
I'm listening.
Tarkov.
I stand with the king!
Okay. These gates are locked. Fuck off, game. Just fuck off. Sure, let's go back to Isla then. She's gonna be here in the tavern. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Fallout 2 and post-apocalyptic. There is Underrail too that I haven't played. It's like a mix between Fallout games and Metro, but in isometric.
I go. I'm listening. As you say.
Good thing about being a very small channel, literally I'm a nobody. One thing about that is that you don't need to worry about, you don't need to be riding, you know, trying to milk every new game that comes out or whatever, or famous games. Like you can play whatever you want and whoever wanna watch is gonna watch, you know. You don't care about views so much and stuff like that. That's a good side of being a nobody. In the past I have thought about, you know, playing like what other people do, like trying to play the most recent stuff and, you know, but I can't. I just can't. I want to play what I want to play what I want to play when I'm in the mood to play it, you know.
I go.
And that's why I will probably stay a nobody forever. But as long as there are a couple of people that enjoy what I do, that's fine with me. Alright, here is Ilsa. She's apparently staying in this inn forever.
What was that?
You have returned. Tell me, did you speak with the pendulum? How was your work on the... Don't answer a question with a question, but I will ask. How goes your work on the disease? Are you close to the cure? Treatment has been progressing, though slowly, thanks to the serum I developed from Aldnar's remains. I'm confident that, given time, I will banish this affliction completely.
Yes?
No word about the war and the rebellion. I mean, there's no rebellion anymore because everyone that started the rebellion is dead. But the game, it's like that never happened. Like the king is whatever. That just doesn't give a fuck. Why isn't the king and his armies here? Now that the leaders of the rebellions are not here, why aren't the king's armies here and occupy these lands? Also, who rules this Darren Gould here? Who rules here now? You mentioned you want to talk to me alone? I did, and you are not alone. Come back when we can speak in private. If the hand was the haft of an axe and it struck you on the skull, then we get it.
What do you wish?
Alright, I did spoke
It
to
is
them.
ending, isn't it? There is so little time left now. There is too little time left for you to spend it with me. And you know I don't say that lightly.
The pendulum, it asked you to go to Castle Alastor to deal with a portal. Look at this idiotic answer here. No, The prophecy involves drinking a full keg of ale and carousing with dryads. Clothing optional. What the fuck, man? Whoever wrote this, fuck off. Fuck you, like literally. Whoever wrote this, fuck you. You don't know what you are doing and you should be fired. Do something else. Go carry garbage. You are not a writer. I'm not a writer either, but fuck off. Alright, yes, how did you know? Oh, I have known about the Black Geyser for some time. Call it a very educated guess. So you knew all along and you say nothing. Nice. Let me be frank, there is something you should know about the curse of greed.
There is no such curse at all.
What? What? I have seen the results of the curse with my own eyes. What you've seen isn't what you think. I have spoken to a number of long-practicing shamans who discovered the most peculiar thing. Around each person infected by the curse are a crowd of spirits. Spirits of the dead. What's more, they appear to be whispering. Whispering what? It would appear that they are whispering a sort of influence into each ear. This influence causes all the effects of what we've understood so far as a curse. Okay. What's more, the spirits seem to be coming from a particular place. Castle Alastor in the east. That castle has no great history of violence, at least not enough to account for so many damned souls.
I can conclude but one thing. A breach exists between this place and Hrothgor's realm. And something is turning the damned of his twisted plane into vessels of greed. Carriers of darkness.
Okay. I suppose that explains a lot. It is the only reasonable conclusion.
So I must ask you, when you go to Castle Alastor, please, do what you can to end this madness. This horror has lasted too long. Seal the breach if you can.
Will you tell me please, how do you know so much? How? She must be a goddess.
Mortal kind has suffered too long.
Now, before you venture out to save the world, I have a letter for you, my dear, from someone who thinks of himself as terribly important. I wonder what this is all about. Oh, no doubt the most important thing you will ever read.
Now go. There is no time left. I wish you fair winds.
Before I venture on to Castle Alastor, I need to answer the summons from King... Oh, there you go! Finally! I need to answer the summons from King Velianrik to the summit in Isilbreit. Finally! Some sense. Alright. Alright. Ephemeral civil war might be nearing the end. I received a summons from King Velianrik to participate in a peace summit at court in the capital. I should make my way the right way. Finally, okay. Now this is good. This is logical. Nice. Alright. I stand corrected. Let's level up.
Speak your mind.
Real quick. These things don't matter here. Arcane studies, weapons. And you. Whatever. Alright.
Don't you
let's
have
see.
another lick, Spittle?
Do we have any more slots? Yes. Take the salmon. Let's go with dust. Full of blood, a little slow. Let's have a slow, I guess. But why not cast this? It does damage and slow. For 2 turns, and this is 6 turns. Nah. Let's go with dust. And for elevated, confusion, pacified and panic. Let's go with 3 and 3. Another one here. Dire wolves. This is the buff. It's a nice buff. No level 7, no level 7 yet. Unfortunately. So maybe
I'm listening.
either I have missed a lot of XP or there's more game left than I thought. We have a side quest we must finish first. Actually we have 3, but I can only finish 1, I think. We are missing a head from these undead parts. Right arm, left arm, 2 feet, torso. We might need the head, I think. Where is this letter? Invitation from King Velianric to my loyal and obedient servant, the Lord Despot. Be it known that I, King Velianric, your liege and master, have arranged a peace summit to be undertaken between Isilbright and the repentant rebel city of Donaguld. Finally. I very much desire your presence at this historic event. Firstly, it is in no small part thanks to your bravery and that this violent and chaotic chapter in our history may soon be put to rest. And secondly, I wish to have your clear head and sound advice close at hand for this occasion. Your grateful and eternal ruler, Velianric. Of course, we'll visit the king. Go to deliver these ingredients. I found some pristine. Let's go to him first. Oh. Let's go outside. What happened? Oh! Hamlin made his decision. I'm going to track down those wastrels and make them pay. And I don't mean in coin. Please don't tell me you will leave me. I need you. This is the kind of thing a man should take care of personally. Okay. I'm glad you agree, ZarZax. All well and good, but how are you going to find them? I have an idea. They'll be found in an old bolt hole I know. Let's stop by the cemetery near Greybark Square when we are in Isometric. I wish to pay my respects. Cool. Let's wrap things up. Let's go here first to deliver the ingredients.
Can I help you?
How goes the search? I have, look, marvelous, exactly what I need. As for your reward, a pouch of gold and this helmet I wore when I served in the Frenagar army. I gave up soldiering the moment I could get back to brewing. Keep tripping over the bloody thing anyway. No, I will take it. Thank you, Olmir. Good luck with your fortified ale. Good work and safe travels. I hope we'll see you in Frenagar again soon. World grid grew by 7. Fuck off. It's not greedy, it's honest work. I did what the man asked me for and I got paid. The rest is bullshit. I don't like the system. I'm not greedy at all. I don't bargain for the price, I don't ask for more. I agree to everything they say, to every price they give, and then I get rewarded for a job well done. The grid should not be going up. That's bullshit. All right, I searched a bit for the head, but I didn't find it. And all right, we are at Greybark Square. Let's help Hamling here. Hamling, where are we supposed to go? By the cemetery. We should stop by the cemetery. Okay. Let's go.
Off I go.
I'm listening.
What is your wish?
Go ahead.
Why is he not? And after we finish this, we'll go visit the king. They're there.
What do you need?
Nothing quite as comforting as your old childhood haunts. Hey, ZarZax, do you get my jest? Because we are in a graveyard. Oh. Hamling? How did I find you? A man can learn anything at all if he knows how to listen. It never occurred to me before how convenient it would be to kill someone in a graveyard. These are your friends? Former friends. I know it was you who ambushed me and stole the painting. Ambush, ha! Wasn't any harder than pushing a child off a stump. We knew you had gone soft, Hamlin, but I've eaten breakfast padding harder than you. What a joke. Yes, a joke. Did you know that painting was the property of the guild, and they are really a very humorless lot over there? They didn't find it funny at all. The guild? That's not right, Jacob. You said it was... So what if it belonged to the guild? They can go buy it off Duchess if they want it so bad. We've been giving them the ghost for years. I can't believe I called you three my friends. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, don't be decisive, dude. We'll beat the shit out of them. These three attacked you in the street and made you a fool. Not even the beggars will respect you if you don't do something about it. There you go. You only have one option. You know what it is. Exactly. Yeah, this is the sensible thing to do. They have to go.
Yes, you're right. I blame you for this, Jacob. I know it was your fault, but you all have to pay.
You are right that someone has to pay. Nurt, Warrior, stay close. Die, you milksop. Nah, I don't think so. You will die.
Whatever you say.
Well,
A beer would be nice. Thank you.
Yes?
Speak your mind. Don't you have another lick, Spittle?
Can I please see the health?
I'm ready. What is your wish?
You're still alive?
Hmm? Of course.
What?
Hmm?
Go ahead. By steel and stone! Whatever you say. I'm listening. Even the mightiest fall!
Me?
I'm ready. From the shadows he strikes.
Yes? What is it?
This is an AoE.
What was that?
What do you need?
Is done for.
As you say.
A beer would be nice. Thank you. Yes.
I'm listening. You're in charge.
Maybe there is a skeleton head in here. I have been in these crypts before, but let's double check.
I go.
The quest updated. We went to the cemetery in Greybark Square and met Hamlin's old companions. Our visit ended in a bloody battle, and though we won, Hamlin was clearly shaken by the demise of his erstwhile friends. We can now return to the Thieves Guild on the Market Street to inform them about our success.
Hmm?
Problem is I don't remember where the Thieves Guild is. Market Street, but is it marked?
I go.
Since we are here, let's check again these places, again these scripts. Maybe I have missed something. Pretty sure I haven't. Maybe the head will be on that castle. We will go for the main quest.
I go.
Let's do the last
I
one.
go.
No. Okay, let's go to the market district. Can't believe we are we closing the end of the game? There are so many locations, so many buildings in the cities that I have visited there have curious things, like I remember a blood fountain or blood pool, the arenas in Garden of Delights, like all these are cosmetic. This must be the castle. Anyway, where is the church? The Great Baths. Let's go to the Great Baths. Maybe like there are so many places that
I go.
I thought that they would give quests, but are they really? Either I'm not so far in the game that I thought I was, or they are just placeholders. There are so many places, like all these locations that there's nothing to do in them. No quests, no nothing. I thought they would become active later. I'm looking for named NPCs or something. No. Very strange. We'll go Moran family, squalid home, small home. Where is the general store? Where is the Thieves Guild? Under the grocery store on the market street. Ah, Market Street! Market Street. Isn't this market? Yeah, this is the Market Street. Grocery store. Where the fuck is the grocery store? Is this it? Is this the general store?
I go.
Is it here? Grocery store.
I go.
In the basement, maybe. Yeah?
Can I help you?
Yeah, it's here. Hamlin, you are expected. You may enter. Alright, here we are.
I go.
See the characters, Steve Guard, Lendl. Any other named characters? Maybe they have quests here. Spies. I think this is the guy we have to talk to. What?
Piss off. You want a beating? Want a piece of me?
The fake Duke was a true masterpiece. No one suspected the thing until he transformed. Did the Thieves Guild had anything to do with this? With the assassination of the king?
As you say. Don't get so close.
We've been waiting on you, Hamlin. He's been busy working with me. I can handle this, ZarZax. Lendl, the lady got lost on her way to the fair. What the cobblestones tell the house already knows. But a cat doesn't cry when a mouse gets stepped on. The trap is empty and this mouse still wants his cheese. Speaking codes. 3 birds are in the wind. If they end up in a stew, a door will open. The stew has been prepared. Oh, is that so? With the birds too? Ah, he seems to have caught on. You are really getting good at this. Anyway, welcome to the guild, Hamlin. Now that you've fulfilled your task, I can make you a full member. What? Doesn't one have to complete the thieving task to be admitted to the Thieves Guild? Under normal circumstances, yes, but not among thieves is one of the guild's key tenets. By upholding that tenet and protecting the guild's reputation, you have proven you can be trusted. Henceforth, whenever you are on guild business, you are immune to the laws of the realm. There are many other details and responsibilities, but we shall discuss the rest in private. Alright. Ding. Done. Friend or foes? Shaken by his comrades' deaths, but he didn't deem himself with the Thieves Guild. Alright. That's done. Does he have anything to say about it?
Finally. I'm a full member of the Thieves Guild. I only wish I hadn't had to kill my friends to get here.
They end their fate.
Yes, it had to be done. But what a price to pay. Everyone who was close to me is gone.
Dude, you are in the fucking mafia. Stop, and you're like you look like a serious dude, but the way you talk and the things you say are it's like you're a snowflake. You're a gangster. What the fuck? It's a hard sacrifice, and I'm sorry you had to make it, Hamlin. Yeah, let's go with that. You're not alone, you know. We'll always be comrades. Yes, count me in as well. Trials make brothers too, not just blood.
Yes, of course. Things aren't quite as gloomy as I made out. Thank you for your help. Let's get going.
Indeed. Indeed, let's get going. I just remember. Alright, we have those two quests for now. I can't do anything about them. I remember Isla wanted to talk to me alone. The thing is, if I am to talk to her alone, I have to send away all of my party. But I'm not in the mood. Because then I will have to take them back in and rearrange them again and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it has something to do with me flirting with her or a romance here. I don't care about that. So yeah, let's just go to the palace and talk to the king. Alright, we're in the palace. We have come to visit the king and answer his summons. Let's see
Go.
what he has to say. Oh, there's a council. Let's see.
Ah, Espin. Espin! You are most welcome in Bright, most welcome. Please allow me to express my appreciation for all you've done to end this war.
Well, this is a 180 turn from, like, he's completely different than when I first met him. I'm glad to receive royal recognition for my efforts. Well, I am, but we're not gonna say it. I did my part, Your Majesty. It was little enough. Oh, but I disagree. The council you offered the crown could not have come at a more critical time. Dark thoughts had enveloped me and threatened my judgment. But your wisdom helped clear my mind and see the way to a peaceful resolution of this conflict. How about you give me back my estate, King? How about that? The negotiations with Daron Gould are to begin shortly. Are you ready, Lord Espen? Why is the contingent from the Eastern Empires here? They are present as neutral observers. Since the real law have long lived as honored guests in the east of the kingdom, I thought it politic to allow them a place at the proceedings. Okay, makes sense. What points remain to be settled? The former rebels have suggested a new form of government, a notion which I have graciously agreed to entertain. Additionally, they have tabled issues of money and the reconstruction of their Guld. This all depends on the conflict being decisively finished, of course. What does the Crown hope to gain from the summit? If a war must be fought, the resolution should be swift and decisive. That has not been the case in the fight with Guld. The conflict was dragged on and the people have suffered unnecessarily. The Crown desires its Emerald to be peacefully united in strength and prosperity once more. I am willing to make some concessions in order to achieve this noble goal. Now I like you. Now I'm glad you are my king. Nice. What outcome is the Crown hoping to achieve regarding the new form of government, monetary policy and the rebuilding of Guld? I am willing to concede a portion of the Crown's authority to a council of nobles. I'm willing to concede a portion of the... I have to reread some stuff because first I'm white and slow, and second English of course is not my first language, so I need some time to, for the brain, to get a signal to my brain. So yeah, I'm willing to concede a portion of the Crown's authority to a council of nobles. Like a republic. This reminds me of the United States a bit. I have not, however, forgotten those who launched the insurrection against the Crown. They shall have no special privileges on this new council. The many lords and ladies who remained loyal to me over these past months are much more deserving to assist in the kingdom's rule. True, I agree. As for the city itself, naturally Guld must be rebuilt. There is an argument to be made for letting the destruction stand as an object lesson, but it similarly relies too heavily on the roar to take that route. But since the rebels were responsible for Guld's fall, they must see to her repair. I agree with everything. This is one of the most reasonable writing here that I have ever seen in this game so far. Like this, what I'm reading right now, must have been written by an adult. I would be very surprised if it's the same person that wrote some other stupid stuff in this game. But what I read right now is like an adult, a true adult is writing these lines here. Nice. They are certainly wealthy enough. Nice, okay. I agree with everything. Will I have some say in the negotiations, Your Majesty? Most definitely. Your intervention was in large part responsible for bringing this war to a close. You must feel free to weigh in on all the topics at hand. I mean... my intervention? Kinda. I think the plague packed Guld over, but... I suppose I helped a bit. I'm ready to begin, Your Majesty.
Splendid. Let the proceedings commence. Welcome, everyone. I am King Valienric, liege lord of Isilmarald and all her cities, towns, settlements, and peoples. Welcome to the delegation from Guld, our guests from the Eastern Empires, and all our other friends and visitors. We are gathered today to negotiate an end to hostilities between Isilbright and the Crown, and Guld, represented by her Council of Nobles. Now, let us get underway. The war has been difficult and lengthy, an exhausting trial both of blood and treasure. I sincerely hope the nobles of the Iron City are prepared to talk peace.
If they're not, let me have a word with them, ZarZax. Let no one here fear for their lives or safety. You have my word that the well-being of everyone at the summit is sacrosanct. Does this extension of clemency apply to pickpockets? Shut up, man. Don't ruin it now. Good lords, noble ladies, the first item to be addressed is the rebuilding of Daronguld. King Velianric. The rebel council of Daronguld has agreed to cease hostilities against the crown in exchange for certain assurances regarding the future of the city. Lord Blythe, please state your terms for the assembly.
Assembled noblemen, noble women, and delegates. I am Lord Blythe of Daronguld. Your Majesty, the Council thanks you sincerely, both for your hospitality and for your diligent effort to bring these parties together, that we may resolve our differences without further bloodshed.
So far, so good. Regarding the Council's terms, the damage to the city proper and to her mines and people can be repaired if His Majesty is willing to lend the aid of Isilbright's engineers, laborers and healers. Beyond this, we request only one further boon, the suspension of taxes levied by the Crown for a period of 6 years. This is our most conservative estimate of the time needed to restore the Iron City and her citizens to their former status. I don't think so, bro. So they want the king to give them engineers, laborers and healers, and taxes, and suspend the taxes? Nah. King Velianric. Well, I suppose I should not be surprised, but, Lord Blythe, before I address the Council's demands, I will remind the Assembly that the insurrection against the Crown was entirely the responsibility of your rebellious nobility. The Crown's prosecution of the war was nothing but the exercise of the kingdoms and my own natural right to defense. And now that your time and resources are no longer drained by the war, the great wealth of Daronguld should be more than ample to fund reconstruction. The loan of Isilbright's tradespeople and healers you are welcome to. However, I propose that taxation continue at the same level as before the conflict, which I remind you again was entirely your doing. The king sounds very, very reasonable. I would vote for him. Your Majesty... Oh, that's... Wow! That's a lot of options. Alright. Let's see the first. Your Majesty is obligated to apply whatever materials and skilled people are needed to rebuild Daronguld, as it was your tyranny that instigated the war. These things... I mean, there is a point to that. Maybe he was... a tyrant or something, but I have no knowledge of this. I don't remember anything about that. Maybe I don't. Maybe it was mentioned that he was a tyrant, but I remember something about high taxation. But the war had already begun at that point, so I don't know previously how the king was treating people. Daronguld must have the freedom to determine her own future. Let the council rebuild as they see fit, but grant them a suspension of regular taxes until the mines are producing at full capacity again. Since the requested help from Isilbright in the form of engineers, healers, etc. would speed this process, His Majesty soon granted, but Daronguld must pay their wages as stipulated by the respective trade guilds. The second option is kinda good. Let's see 3. Since everyone has a tangible interest in the prosperity of Daronguld, new taxes should be levied on every citizen of the realm. This will spare the burden of reconstruction equitably. I don't think so. 4. I say we leave Darren Gould as it is. The smoke and ruin has a certain charm to it. No. The best solution for all parties concerned is the earliest possible return to normalcy. Darren Gould must take responsibility for her own mistakes and resume paying taxes as before. Let the reconstruction take as long as they decide it shall take. Kinda harsh. 6. The personal treasuries of the so-called Noble Council of Darren Gould should be used exclusively to fund reconstruction. The ruin of their once great city is their fault after all. 6. I'm thinking about it. But certainly the citizens shouldn't be held responsible for what the rulers did. That's for sure. Your Majesty, I suggest the Crown extend a generous loan to fund Darren Gould's reconstruction. A loan, huh? Maybe. 2 is nice. 6 kinda. And 7, and it needs a check too. Loan, huh? Loan is not bad. Loan means I help you now, I give you cash, you pay me back later, with an interest. 7 sounds good. Let's check out 2 again. Darren Gould must have the freedom to determine her own future. Let the council rebuild as they see fit, but grant them a suspension of regular taxes until the mines are producing at full capacity. Since the requested help from Isilbright in the form of engineers, healers, etc. would speed this process, His Majesty should grant it. So, suspend the taxes until Isilbright, until the mines are working again at full capacity. But Darren Gould must pay their wages as stipulated by the respective trade guilds. It's either 2 or 7. Either a loan, I'll go with 2. Oh, he doesn't agree. I don't agree with this view of things, as it rewards insurrectionists with a holiday from their financial responsibilities to the kingdom. But I did agree to concessions, so I will let the point stand. Just see to it there are no more such points. The Council's opinion is that this solution is fair to both parties. Thank you for your contribution to this discussion, Lord Espen. To the next order of business. Maybe I should have gone with a loan. Assembled noblemen, noble women and friends of the crown. The second item to be addressed is the trade and taxation policy of the Kingdom of Isemerald, as it applies to her sundry domains, resources and citizens. Trade and taxation policy of the Kingdom of Isemerald.
The Council of Darren Gould has expressed their dissatisfaction with the Silmarild's current policy in the form of open rebellion against the Crown and war. Now, Lord Blythe, what does the Council propose?
So this was the main point of contention and the start of war, huh? The policy, Silmarild's current policy of... for trade and taxation.
Your Majesty, trade in Isilmarald has for too long been severely restricted, and its profits heavily curtailed by the Crown.
Not only wealthy cities like ours, but smaller settlements like Dalkivar, Crimson Crossing and Facet Grove have suffered for years under the burdensome taxation and restriction on access to goods and customers in the capital. Yes, we all know how unhappy you are. What do you propose? The Council recommends that trade everywhere in the kingdom should be allowed to flourish without restriction. Second, we recommend that setting aside the term of Darth Gul's reconstruction, every town and settlement in the kingdom should enjoy the same low rate of taxation as the capital. Your desire for fairness in all monetary matters is laudable, Lord Blythe. But Isilbright, as the nation's economic and political capital, must flourish without check or restraint. For the capital's prosperity acts as the deep well from which every smaller part of the kingdom is watered, thus the lower taxes. Let me turn again to the Crown's Council. Lord Espen. Let's see. Your Majesty, I agree that trade should be unfettered by rules or tariffs throughout the Emerald, and the burden of taxes shared equally, within the capital and without. In addition, the Crown must immediately return all lands and assets seized during the war. What? And commit to abandoning the practice of forfeiture from this day forward. Nah. Nah. Your Majesty, I agree that trade should be regulated and taxation applied equally throughout the Emerald, within the capital and without. His Majesty 3. His Majesty King Velianric has decades of experience creating and applying the kingdom's economic policies. And what better evidence of the king's great success in this arena than the curse of greed should take such firm root here. Therefore, Isilmar's trade policy should remain exactly the same. I don't understand this. Okay, so he has experience managing the economic policies, okay? And what better evidence of the king's great success in this arena than that the curse of greed should take such firm root here? Therefore, a similar trade policy should remain exactly. I don't understand this phrase here. Or are you being serious, Lord Blythe? You wish His Majesty to lower taxes and sanction free and open trade across the country. If the war proved anything, it's that King Velianric more than anyone else understands the complexities of Isilmar's economy. Taxes, tariffs, and travel restrictions should be increased until Darth Gul is producing ore and everything else has stabilized. We have to take the side of the king in this one. And this one ties with our previous concession, previous agreement. Tax and tariffs and travel restrictions should be increased because Darth Gul producing ore at full, in full force is what we agreed before. 5. I propose a new system of taxation administered by myself as Royal Vizier. I will access taxes for each region and settlement and arrange a collection of funds and see that most of it is delivered directly to Isilbright. Minus certain expenses, naturally. Nah. I'm not an accountant. I mean, I could probably get very wealthy doing this. And this is tied to the grid system here as well, but no. A balanced system with a burden distributed as evenly as... Although I have mentioned before that I like playing lawful evil characters, and this is like by the book, a lawful evil path here. A balanced system with a burden distributed as evenly as possible would work best. Trade restrictions such as tariffs based on particular routes or on traffic to and from the capital should be lifted entirely. Taxes should remain at the pre-war level, except perhaps for Darangul, because without that income the crown will not be able to repair the damage wrought by the war. Taxation levels should be revisited after 5 years have passed, and Isomeric's recovery can be properly assessed. This is kinda okay, I think. Trade restrictions such as tariffs based on particular routes or on traffic to and from the capital should be lifted entirely. Taxes should remain at the pre-war level, except perhaps for Darangul, because without that income it excludes Darangul though. No. Okay, we went with this. Are you being serious, Lord Blythe? You wish His Majesty to lower taxes and sanction free and open trade across the country. If the war proved anything, it's that King Valerian more than anyone else understands taxes, tariffs and travel restrictions should be increased until Darangul is producing ore and everything else has stabilized. But that's ridiculous. To follow this advice would mean a war situation not just for Darangul, but for the whole country. Everything we were trying to achieve with the war would be meaningless and the situation more dire than before. Dude! Darangul lost the war. You can't expect Isomeral to pay for everything. Like, help Darangul rebuild, lower taxes, suspend taxes. Like, what the fuck? We have one final order of business. Esteemed guests, the final item on the agenda. A new system of governance for the Kingdom of Isomerald.
Everyone. After much deliberation, the Crown has decided to relinquish the absolute rulership conferred by royal blood, in favor of a new system that admits some decision-making powers and legislative control to a council of noblemen and women. The essentials of this new order will be codified with the cooperation of the council itself. So the most pressing issue is, who will get a seat at the table?
I mean, I should have a seat on the table.
If it please your majesty, the Council of Darangul desires nothing more than to resolve our disagreements with the crown and move forward. However, to ensure the persistence of the newfound peace, voices of dissent must be included among this royal body of advisors.
What is the meaning of dissent? Therefore, we propose a council of 14 people by the 7 remaining members from Darangul seated here today, and 7 nobles chosen by the king. No. No. Because I don't know who of the 7 people remaining, the remaining 7 members from Darangul seated, I don't know how many of them were for the rebellion and how many were against the rebellion. We can't have rebels in the new council, fuck them. 7 remaining members of the War Council of Darangul. A petite and detail, I think. The Crown too wishes to leave our disagreements behind, and I agree that Darren Gould must have a place on the new council. However, your group represents but a fraction of Silmerad's nobility. Asking for half the seats seems like overreach to me. Lord Espen, what say you? I agree with you, my king. Your Majesty, none of us would be gathered here today were it not for the brave rebellion. No. What the fuck is he talking about? None of us would be gathered here today were it not for the brave... Fuck off. The Council of Darren Gould should have equal representation on the Council of Silmeral to ensure fairness. No. They lost the war. They can't have equal representation on the Council of Silmeral. Fuck them. The new Royal Council should be peopled entirely by commoners, farmers, laborers for who better understand. No. Fuck communism. Representation on the new council should be proportionate to those who remained loyal to Isilbrite and those who rebelled. It would not be just to grant extra representation to Darren Gould simply because they dissented. Correct. I agree with 4. The new council should not include the rebels at all. Darren Gould should be quite satisfied that His Majesty has agreed to share his power. In any case, allowing these malcontents a seat at the table will only bring more strife. I kinda agree. For representation of the new council should be proportionate to those who remained loyal and those who rebelled. It will not be just to grant extra representation to Darren Gould. A council with so many seats is unlikely to be an effective decision-making body. I propose a table with 6 seats. 3 self-elected members from Darren Gould and 3 loyalists to be chosen by the crown. Giving a position of power to all 7 remaining nobles of the rebellion would only cause confusion and discord among the populace. This must be seen as a new venture untainted by past division. Also, there's no option for me to join. I would like to have a seat on that table. I thought there would be an option like this. So the 6 proposal option is a table with 6 instead of 14. And I thought 14 were too many. 3 self-elected members from Darren Gould, self-elected. Three self-elected members from Darren Gould and 3 loyalists to be chosen by the crown. Yes, let's go with this. Exemplary. You truly are a marvel, my boy. The king agrees. Nice. Yes. What were the numbers again? Yes, the council agrees. I believe the main points have now been addressed. Lord Espen, is there anything you would like to add before we adjourn? I would like to request the Eastern Empires be given a seat on the council. Why? Why would I request the Eastern Empires to be given a seat on the council? Nobody asked me, like nobody... I didn't have any negotiations or proposals or anything. Why? What would I gain by proposing that? Like, this is a missed opportunity here, the first option. Because the embassies were right there and I visited them in the past and nobody said anything. There could have been some options here, like some give and take between me and the empires, so I could put in a good word with the king, like this one here. But as it is right now, I have no reason to do this. Yes, Your Majesty, it would be in the Crown's best interest if I myself were granted a seat on the Council. Yes.
I see. Would you care to explain your position in more detail?
I have been a steadfast ally of the Crown from the moment I left my father's home, working tirelessly to advance the interests of Isilmerad at great personal sacrifice. I have demonstrated beyond all doubt my commitment and loyalty to the kingdom, and as an aside, I am a nobleman and therefore have the required status for the position. I like the first answer. Let's see the second. I need a break from adventuring all this running back and fuck that. 3. Pardon me, Your Majesty, I'm afraid I misspoke. Let's do away with this idea of a council entirely. With all I have done, I should be the new king. LOL! I should be the new king of Isilmerad and rule absolute like the great monarchs of old. Oh my... I mean, I like the thought, but who would say this to the current king? Unless they had a death wish and wanted to be beheaded like Avrex in my party. 4. Rethinking the matter, I don't believe I'm ready for that level of response. Okay. The first answer is very good. I have been a steadfast ally of the crown from the moment I left my father's home, working tirelessly to advance the interests of Isilmerad at great personal sacrifice. I have demonstrated beyond all doubt my commitment and loyalty to the kingdom, and as an aside, I'm a nobleman and therefore have the required status for the position. Let's go with this. What you say is no less than truth, Lord Espen. You have proven yourself time and again, and I don't believe any in this chamber will gainsay me. You have my full support as a member of the Council of Isilmerad. Lord Blythe.
I could not agree more, Your Majesty.
Alright. Lady Sovak. Lord Espen. Lord Espen! They agree. With that settled, let us conclude. Nice! We are going places!
Thank you, everyone, for participating in this important forum, and for your steadfast efforts to advance the cause of peace. I know that whatever our differences, we all seek the best possible future for Isilmerald and her citizens. I confess that the Crown still has doubts about some of the conclusions reached today, but negotiations will continue, and so we adjourn. Good day to you all.
All right. Wait, I really enjoyed this sequence here, the council. It was properly made, nice options, nice, for the most part, nice answers, nice options for answers, good dialogue, good writing. That was well done. Maybe different people write different parts of the dialogues and quests and stuff like that, but yeah, definitely this was very well done, written by an adult, 100%. Alright, we'll end it here for today, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye, take care.